When I watch him, he was a young guy.
Yeah.
Now we are all
Not as young.
not as young. Not as young.
And I can tell you that Ralph Macchio from the first movie and Jackie Chan from the second movie are together. It's the combo we all wanted. They are back for Karate Kid Legends and they join us in the studio now. Woo! Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank
Great
you.
to be here.
It is lovely to see you both together. This is super exciting. Now, Ralph, how does this feel for you to get Jackie on board for this one?
Well, it's it's like the next level of the next chapter of the ecosystem in the grand universe of the Karate Kid franchise. It's almost the Karate Kid cinematic universe, if you will. Yeah, I mean, listen, Jackie's a legendary stunt performer, actor, personality. You'll see. I'll hand the microphone over pretty soon, and he'll take over. It's a joy at every turn, this journey for me, 41 years now, through the first set of films into the Cobra Kai series exploding on Netflix, and now, the natural evolution of a character a few years later after Cobra Kai, and at a place where Jackie Chan, Mr. Han's character, combines with Daniel LaRusso to train this young Li Fang, the next generation big screen Karate Kid. It's who knew?
It's perfect.
Who knew?
What were you doing back then? What were your memories of that first
I
film?
have a big memory when I remember when I was a stunt guy, and that time, the action movie going down, nobody go to see it. They go to turn into see drama.
Yeah.
Then I was a give up. I don't want to train anymore. Why? I've been training so many years. Suddenly run out of the job. Then suddenly Karate Kid comes out. I'm watching. Then brings me confidence back.
Yeah.
Suddenly, all those years later, the Will Smith will hire me to do the Karate Kid. Mr. Han, I'm not a kid anymore at that time. I was a dream come true. Wow. I like the movie. Now I'm in the movie.
Yeah.
But 14 years later, now we join together.
It's perfect.
When I watch him, he was a young guy.
Yeah.
Now we are all
Not as young.
not as young. Not as young. We can join together with, that's a dream come true for me.
And Ralph, what are your kind of memories of going back to the original film? What were your memories of that time and of working on that film?
Well, it was, I didn't, and people ask me, did you know that 40 years later you'd still be talking and it would be a global phenomenon, that series of films and just that the legacy of it all. I think the thing that I remembered the most, first of all, the training at that, which was a lot easier back then than it is now. It just takes a little more stretching and injury prevention these days.
Right.
But I remember the kind of soulful magic of Pat Morita and myself. Those two characters, that boy and the human Yoda, if you will, that was the secret sauce to that original film. I mean, without that relationship, we're not talking about any of these movies.
Sure.
That was a really, cinematically when you think back to that, or even the crane kick and this sort of that magic trick that was attainable for anyone to try.
Yeah.
It's relatable in a way. So what I remember from that time is working with Pat, creating those beautiful, heartfelt father-son, mentor-student moments, and the kind of cinematic magic trick that was the ending of that movie.
Yeah. And Jackie, how have the stunts moved on since then? Just the physicality, the kind of stuff you're doing, has it changed a lot? Has it become more complicated?
Change a lot.
Yeah.
Lot more easier.
Easier now?
Yes.
Why?
Because we have an AI, we have special effect, green screen, blue screen. Yes.
You're not meant to reveal. Don't reveal the secrets.
When I doing the stunt in the old day, we have no money, we have no budget, we have to risk our life to do something. Then later on, when I get famous, and then I realized in Hollywood there's so many special effects. I said, let's do it, but I don't know English. I cannot read English. I don't know how to use the machine. Then I hired the people to do it, and I hired the professional people to do it. Then I realized the audience, they don't like Jackie Chan. They're doing this kind of thing. They want
want
me
the real
to
thing.
do the real
Right.
things.
Yeah.
And I backing the director hire me to like a Spider-Man, Iron Man. Please.
He wants to wear a mask.
I want to wear a mask to do these kind of things.
You are now, forgive me for saying this, in your 70s. It's a time when many people might consider gardening or putting their feet up,
Painting.
maybe painting, something.
It's a lot of painting. You don't
Chess.
know. I look so
Yes.
strong, but inside there's so many pain.
Really?
Yes, I almost break so many bones. I'm lucky. Luckily, I'm still can stay here, standing here, talking to you, and you just so many pain in my body.
Really?
Yes.
But are you still doing those stunts, or are you?
What
just,
can you do?
well,
That's my life, and also, I was so proud to tell the audience this is me. That's
Yeah.
not a special effect.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
important to you as
Yes.
as an art, because if you were to go back, kind of, to the 70s and to Bruce and kind of what you guys were doing back then, that was crazy.
But I'm so luckily, the old day we don't have a special effect. If they do, I know how to use. I won't be today sitting here.
And Ralph, what's it like working alongside this? Is he always giving you tips during in those kind of
here's how I
fight
just-
scenes, or how does that?
Here's how I describe Jackie, because I get asked that question all the time now. He's like a kid in the candy store who makes the candy, right? He's early every day. He leaves late. If you need help with the microphone or the lights, he'll hang the lights. He'll put the microphone. I'll give you one quick story. We were doing a stunt, not us. A stunt guy had to do this big flip and slide under subway turnstile.
Yeah.
And his sneaker kept getting stuck on the plexiglass. He was stuck in, he was about to twist his ankle if he kept doing it. And Jackie immediately says, powder, get talcum powder. And who's got it? And he was running around trying to get some talcum powder.
And that's what did the slide.
He put the talcum powder, he's on his hands and knees, spread it around. The stunt guy went right through, no problem.
Brilliant.
It's just wisdom and enthusiasm. So
Yeah.
that's Jackie.
And that just sums it
enough?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you remember that? But for me, just so easy. And on the set, anything they cannot do it, I just immediately think something to help.
He's been there.
Yeah.
He's
They've
experienced.
done it all, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we mentioned earlier, Ralph, the what are we calling it? The Karate Kid universe. We need
The
to come up
Karate
with a
Kid,
better
the cinematic universe.
Cinematic universe. What happens now? Is that it? Or
Well, listen, if your listeners go to the cinema to see the movie and bring their friends, maybe there's more. I think it, to me, it's always about the genuine truth and honesty of it. I mean, even this project, it took more than a few meetings with the studio to kind of figure out how to bridge that connective tissue where this made sense.
Yeah.
Listen, it's easy to just say, hey, let's do this. Let's make a poster and figure it out later,
Yeah.
which is often how they make movies today. Unfortunately, it was real important to figure out where Daniel LaRusso was at this point of his life when Mr. Han knocks on the door. How do you connect Mr. Miyagi to Mr. Han and to enlighten LaRusso, my character, to want to help a new kid in a different city? And so it was about finding the truth, honesty, and genuine kind of groundedness of that. So
Yeah.
for me, it was, it felt like the natural evolution of a character to pay the legacy forward. If we can find that again, or if, Ben Wang in this movie is wonderful.
Yeah.
The kid is great.
He's got
And
something.
You can't, you can't kind of have a Karate Kid movie work if
Yeah.
you don't like the kid, okay? And we do, and he's worked very hard, and he's very winning. So who knows what the other story could be for tomorrow? It just has to be organic. Otherwise, I don't know when it ends. Do I do the Gran Torino version in my walker in a wheelchair?
Hey, listen, he's still going, and he's 15 years older than you.
I hope. I wish I still can go in.
It's nice to be involved with storytelling that reaches families and young people in a positive way. And Jackie, I know he's mentioned that, and I feel that way as well. There's a shortage of those kind of films and stories in a world that is not always so positive. So it's nice to be on that side of it.
Well, listen, we're excited to have Karate Kid back in our lives. We're thrilled to see you guys together on screen. Thank you so much for coming on. Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.